Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hi guys. ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid review 20 SE4. This is for Peter in Warsaw, Poland. Before we start this review, let's have a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing Patek 5196. This is the manual wine Calatrava. Hi Paul, first of all I'd like to say I'm a huge fan of yours. I saw your video regarding swapping your 5127G where you mentioned you might be interested in a 5119. Last week I went to two Polish dealers, one in Krakow and one in Warsaw, to look at some Calatravas. He sent me some links. One was a 5107R, rose gold. 5107 is very similar to the 5127, and the other one was a 5119 in yellow gold. Both of these watches looked very nice, and the 5119J also seemed to be for a reasonable price. Plus, I saw there a potential for some haggle room. He said the dealer was quite a nice guy. I know, it's hard from Australia with taxes. So pretty sure a swap or something could be done in an easier manner. But anyhow, I wanted to let you know about these pieces. Attaching some photos. They won't let me photograph a case back to make a customer, make sure it isn't going to repost it, okay? To get a, oh Jesus, these customers are dicey. What are you going to do with this stuff? Okie dokie. Okay, let's have a look here. He goes on, to get a bit of context, I'm starting to be also in the market for a Calatrava, planning to get rid of my sub 114060. That's the no date. I just never bonded with that piece and not in love with Rolex anymore. I'm currently 31, I have a very thin wrist and want something more special. Was considering a 116613LB, two-tone Submariner. It's the black dial to make it more interesting, but then it isn't me, it's too blingy, and I'm pretty sure it would just be an in-between step and would flip it for a Calatrava at some point anyhow. When I will be looking into the market with a more firm hand, we are considering to get a bigger apartment house currently. We'll ping you and discuss some options, and what do you think about it? These Calatravas, you have a beautiful and a true gentleman's watch. Ignore the childless, tasteless trolls in the comments. Yes, so I gotta tell you, what do I think there? Look, Peter, thank you so much for the email. I gotta be honest with you. I think it's too hard to send something to a Polish dealer. I know Poland isn't a bad country, Eastern Bloc country, but let me be honest with you there. It's not great either. Yeah, it's a tax nightmare. Like sending items from Australia to Poland and vice versa. Disaster. And I gotta be completely honest with you. I'm not prepared to cheat tax to get a watch that I can easily buy in Australia, okay? So all of those watches, the 5107, well, I've got the 5107, the 5119, It's too hard. Why would I break law to smuggle these in tax-free when I could easily buy that piece in Australia without hassle? They're not that rare. Same thing for your no date sub. I couldn't do a part swap with you either because Peter, as nice as you are, and I'm sure you're a very honorable guy, it is a disaster to send something to Poland and for you to send yours to Australia, customs duty. I mean, this is the terrible thing. These are second-hand watches. But the whole tax system says that when you send a second-hand item to another country, you've got to pay a whole lot of new taxes. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm sure when I send my watch to Poland, I think the tax would be higher than 10%, but it's going to be a nasty, vicious tax on a second-hand item. And well, you could say you could underdeclare it. You could lie, but you know what, Peter? I can't be bothered. I don't really want to cheat any the rules. You know, the tax system. I ain't gonna break any laws. I mean, you start cheating taxes, and you could have the item confiscated. All sorts of disasters. Do I really want to no date that badly? Not really. Not really. I don't even want to ship internationally. I've been to Ukraine. I'm Ukrainian stock, and I would never send anything to that Soviet hellhole. I know Poland is a hell of a lot better than Ukraine. I know. I get it. I still wouldn't really trust it, to be totally honest with you. It's too hard. International trade on this sort of stuff. I would worry, because I'm a worrier, you know. One of these watches, 5127, that's a big chunk. It's a big chunk of money for me. To lose that is devastating. You know, that's a number of years to save that much money. So I got to be totally honest with you, Peter. It's very kind to hear from you, but it's a disaster. A disaster. I don't think it's possible. You know, and it's unfair because the whole tax thing is these are second-hand goods. I could buy a second-hand no date in Australia and not have any problems, not break any laws. I'd rather do that. Not to mention shipping internationally. That's a disaster. Disaster. I got to be honest with you. There's no way I would even consider doing that. Not to be dishonest, disrespectful to you, Peter, because I think you're a great guy. But it is a absolute disaster. You are much better off, Peter, to negotiate with that dealer yourself. If you really do want a Calatrava, the no date sub, ceramic no date sub, that's a very strong watch. You'll have no problem getting a swap in. Well, it should be your favor because that is a very hot watch. You should have no problems at all. That's what I would do there. I would seriously I'd seriously do a swap with the dealer in your country, or sell it privately. You're probably better off. Sell the no date sub privately and go to him with cash. I reckon that would be the better way to go. There's no way in the world I could be involved in this deal because shipping internationally, why do I want to break rules on? I mean, I agree it's unfair. The taxation side of things, very, 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 very unfair. But I didn't make the rules. I don't want to break them. I don't want to be involved. And I think for you, you're better off to sell your no date sub yourself and then buy a watch from a dealer within your country, if not your country, within Europe. That's what I would try and do. There's no way in the world it's going to be a good deal shipping from Australia. It's ridiculous. It's too hard. Too hard, too many disasters, too much. You could just see this being trouble. It's got trouble with a capital T on it. And I got to be honest with you. I mean, I love my Patek Philippe's. It's, I absolutely adore them. So, you know, I got to be honest with you, Peter. It was look, it's a really cool thing to chat to you. But swaps are hard. Because the problem is when you do swaps, people want ridiculous price. They want to pay low. And they want everything they got is great. Everything you got is, you know, it's just, I've always found swaps hard. A lot of dealers do very well in swaps. They do. But I got to be honest with you, man. That ain't the way for me to do things. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your email. And I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.